Hello there, it's me, Mr. Midshipman. I wanted to show you my Polish P64, which stands for probably Polish 1964. Clone of the PPK. And versus the Keltec PF9 made in USA, Florida. By the way, I wanted to show you how cold it is outside. It took 3 minutes for my t-shirt to get this hard. Look at it. It's like a freaking potato chip. I love it. Yes. Isn't that something? Alright, we're just going to wing it. First we wanted to show you these gloves are size large. So if you're used to this size, you'll know exactly what to deal with then. Okay, the P64 is all metal, metal trigger, very nice trigger. We're going to weigh it now. Right there. Comes out to 1980. Okay. Now this gun empty, which really doesn't matter. Who carries an empty gun anyway? 1340. So I'm looking at the difference of 6.40 ounces, right? If I'm doing my math correctly. Let me see. Yeah. So you always carry one of them or they'll chump you. But you know, that's what they mean. Who cares? These are 380 bullets. Or what's called 9x18 Makarov. This holds like a 6 plus 1. And this holds 7 plus 1. See? So the difference is only a millimeter. That's why it's called 9x18 Parabellum, and this is called 9x18 Makarov. See the difference right there? In the shell casing, a freaking millimeter. So you could turn these down if you wanted to. Being ammo's running out, and that's why I wanted to show you that, because it's much better. You can still get the lead, and I got tons of primers. So let's see what it weighs loaded in a safe manner, because this is empty. We'll just put the right there and that there, and it says, I believe, 2390. Can you read that? Yep. So, and see what this one weighs loaded. And that says 1875, a difference of, now it's changed to only 5.10 ounces, see? So we've gained over 1.30 ounces because of this Makarov ammo. It's very powerful for, you know, close quarter combat. Okay? Now for accuracy. Let's not skip the accuracy. Let me show you something else. This thing here has a slide lock on it, see? This does not have a slide lock. So I found out the problem is if you get a stovepipe just by your own carrying on or something, it's going to be really hard to clean, because see, you can lock this back. Also, you can lock it back and stick a live round in there, see? And that's how you get your +1, see? Whereas with this model here, to get your +1, you can't really do that because it won't lock back, see? So you're going to have to put a magazine in there and rack it and then put it in. Then you can see it releases from the bottom, which is a more gentleman way, because you take it out and very delicately stick it in your pockets instead of wrecking everything. So let's clear that one, clear this one. And I know that you drink too much, so you think that I don't know what I'm doing. It's sad that you think that. I know you drink. Who's always taking off to go to the wedding? Who's always drinking at school? Exactly. Who goes to school to drink? Who's throwing guns at the rocks at the cops? Who's rolling news vans? We're talking about my state, Pennsylvania, Bloomsburg College, and Penn State. The most notatory school for rolling news vans. What was that you rolled? $300,000 news van? Very smart of you. So I mean, people like that, what would you think they're going to think? So now that we weighed it, which is best to load it, weigh it full, right? Let's do some measurements with these calipers. What's nice about these plastic calipers, or what they call composite, these are called composite too, but you can see the difference. Yep. Or you can see the difference in these. There's no measurements on it. Yep. Or the difference in these here. These are in tenths of an inch. So, like I said, the metric system is way better, because why? Whoever come up with something like that, tenths of an inch, tenths of a yard, tenths of a foot? The people that are getting sick of this stupid system of a down. Look it up and see what I'm talking about. But see, these are in 1/16 of an inch, which most of you went to school here learned. So, we'll put this right on here, right under the trigger, see? There it is. And it looks to me like 13/16, see? Now, put this right underneath the trigger. And see, it won't fit. Can you see how much wider that is? That there is, well, let's just do it. Do it, man, do it. That there is exactly 7/8 wide, see? Damn straight. So who are you kidding me that this is some kind of really narrow gun? This 1964 compared to the new. Let's go right over the slide lock, okay? Right over the slide lock, we got just a bit under an inch. Yep, I'd say that's because it's between 15/16 and an inch. Right? That would be 30 seconds. Just know that. Now we'll go right here at this. Who cares? And you can see again. See the air in there? Yeah, and I'm not cheating. There it is. 30 seconds. So we'll chop it down right underneath the decocker. This has a decocker like the Navy likes, you know. And there we are. This is only like a 30 seconds narrower at the decocker safety, and red means danger. So by doing that, did you see it decock? Exactly. Also, since I showed you they're both the same ammo, except this is lighter. This gun's all steel. Look at that nice trigger. It's just so nice to take apart. Take it apart, you pull it up, and it seems to only go towards the left side of the gun where it's written on there. See, it even says, see the writing there? Neat, huh? 9mm. So by pulling that up anyway, also it has this like push your thumb on that super cool decocker, so you don't, and these serrations aren't very serrated. And I don't know what this serrations on the top are for, but before we open it, look at those sights. I mean, they are very accurate. Why would a gun be that accurate anyway for sights like that? You know? Well, let's see why. By taking it off, you pull up and out and over, because it's got to slip over this barrel here. See? See how I did that? Up, and it's kind of like going, oh, look at that. The barrel is actually part of the frame. So you're not going to get any of this vibration. And all you got, this doesn't really just pull right off. You might stretch it, and you don't want to do that. So you have to turn it off. But look, I put it on backwards. Yes, you did. And if you did that, the reason why it's wide at the one end is so it doesn't push through here, you're really going to have a jammed up gun mess problem. I don't even want to know what goes on there. Why don't you make a video and show us what happens when you put the spring on backwards and try to take it apart. But anyway, that's how that comes apart. Now let's look at this gun. This is really nasty to take apart. Got to decaulk it. Then you got to get any kind of casing. This here's the Makarov casing, and you stick it right in here. See? Right on the top of there, and pop that right off. See, watch. See what I did? Good. Now you can take this out, see? And now you can just push the slide lock down and pull it right apart. But see, the barrel of this thing's in here. Look. See it moving around in there? So it's not really going to lock fast. Look at it. I'm moving it all around. So yeah, this thing could shoot this way and that way the next time. Maybe then you get one straight and then down. But you can see I polished the whole barrel. Not just the feed ramp, but it's all polished. Still doesn't shoot as accurate as that gun. And like I don't know if I told you, they both cost about the same. Now listen to that wind. So anyway, I wanted to show you what the trigger pull is on this. Oh, this is nice, crisp, sweet. This P64 is a nice, crisp trigger pull. Let's pull it right over here so you can see this yellow arrow. Ready? Here we go. Let's try that again. This isn't single action. See, we're coming up with 4 pounds. Damn straight, buddy. Now, let's try this one right here. We've got the striker back, and they tell you not to dry fire this one. But, you know, it's not really connected, so I don't know what they're talking about. You do what you want, alright? But look where we're going on this. Up to 6. Ouch! 7 pounds. So this trigger's almost half of this trigger pull. Plus it doesn't have all this travel in it. It's very nice and crisp. See, look. I don't know if you can see that, but look. See? Very nice. Okay, now this one here, better watch that. See what's happening? It takes all that scoop in there. See the striker moving? It's nasty, and then it usually flinches on you right about there. And a lot of you can use it. Nothing fancy if you want to see. He keeps telling you, I think he's really just bragging how good he can shoot this, because right at that point, with all that trigger up in the air like that, with all, you know, the striker and all under pressure, oh my, you're gonna, like, sooner or later, it takes a lot of getting used to this trigger. He pretty well, I'll testify under the oath on that one too. So why is it in this stand? Because it does have its issues. There's this company called Wolf. Look them up on Google. They make a spring kit for the dual action mode. So what I am using is this, well, stands for fish, that stuff, you know. Strand. They make pretty good fishing line. That's my favorite fishing line right there, Strand. So, just get one of these, and you can weigh your backpack, so it works for that. Like if I weigh my 25-pound backpack on the bathroom scale, and then I weigh it on this, it's pretty accurate. So it should give us a good trigger pull, because nobody really has figured it out except me. And I'm going to tell you now, they're trying to say it's closer to 25, and the one kid comes in here, my daddy owns a store in some, I don't know, third world country or something, but he's screwed up. He said, I know why he's thinking of another one, probably the PPK. He doesn't know what he's doing or talking about, you know. But no, I'm willing to bet a vehicle of equal value that this thing pulls closer to 35 pounds than the so-claimed 25 pounds. Really, literally, if you get some real professional stuff and scientific equipment to measure it, I'll bet you that my readings are more accurate. Let's see, right now. Remember, that's like 35, so they're not going to play around. And we try to put it down at the bottom so we get the most leverage. But see, she's breaking every time at about 35 pounds, even though I'm not touching not rubbing anywhere. And I'm doing it fast, slow. It's all around 35 pounds break. I need both fingers just to break that. And like I said, if you get that Wolf trigger kit, she lowers it down to, like, you get 3 springs, 18, 19, and 20, I believe, for $9, plus shipping comes to $15, which I hope it would be even, but I don't know if it is. You know, so I'm going to replace it with these trigger, but then they told me that once you do that, you're going to lighten the trigger pull in the single action mode. Like right here, it's probably going to be like, you know, instead of the 4 pounds versus the 7, you're going to get like 2 pounds now. So this thing is extremely accurate. So I'm going to load this barrel that's part of the frame, P64, with the dual action trigger. I mean the hammer or trigger, you know, I was thinking of this, but the dual action hammer and the decocker. And remember, if it goes in like that, you're doing it wrong. You got to like actually screw it on. Not really screw it. You can force it, but we don't force stuff. You might flex the spring, you know. So to put it together, I have to put it together right-handed too, I think. But you can push back on this decocker so you don't slide. You don't really need good serrations. And you skip it in like that, see? You don't need to pull the hammer back. And make sure this thing, see, that sometimes gets jammed down in here, and you go, what the hell? Oh, now it won't go together because I was playing with it. Normally you wouldn't do that, but you have to make sure that the trigger's up like that again. Okay. And now you just push on this. And she goes right together, buddy. Make sure that's down. See, that's why it's so safe, because if you were to push it like that, you know you're doing something wrong. You're looking right at it and it stabs you, like it's almost like pointed, whereas this way, you know, and as soon as you get to the point that it's together, which you wouldn't have any ammo in anyway, it automatically decocks. See, look. And what's that decocker do? Look. It's in the safety mode now, see? See those shiny pieces right there? Okay, watch. Now it's open, and now the hammer can strike the firing pin. But when it's decocked, these 2 bars go up. You saw them shiny, and they put like a bar between the hammer and the firing pin. See? And it just can't fire. So if you were going to say, why don't I just load one in the chamber, like, see how it's loaded now. Take that magazine out and put the 6 in. Now I got 6 plus 1 of the 9mm Makarov. I'm probably saying that wrong. So you say, why not just leave it up like this? And then all you have to do is cock it. Well, that's what I'm saying. If I took a hammer right now and hit that, it would freaking fire. That's what I'm saying. That bar has to be in the way of that firing, and even though there's a round in there, I feel quite secure. If you don't trust your weapons, then you better not be doing. It's like driving a car. You're gonna kill a lot of people, and I bet you, if you give me a license to kill, I bet you I can take my car. Did you see that one guy riding around in the schoolyard with that concubine? exactly. You can kill people with anything if you wanted to. If you're stupid enough. Like I said, just because you drink and you're making a fool out of your university don't mean I'm doing it. Now this one takes a little bit more putting together. For one thing, I already lost this thing. It's laying way over here. See? Look how I shined that up too. Because you know why? That was not just popping out so easy. So I really was basically buffing this part up here. So I figured I buffed that up. But anyway, this thing's nasty to put in. Again, to get it to go, pull this back maybe. Makes it easier. Then you got to push down on this, see? That's the only thing. If you can remember to push that down and cock the strike, or if the, you know, you shouldn't really need to if you weren't playing with it. But you will be. That's why you took it apart to clean it. You have to push down on this at the same time you had to push in on it, see? So now you got to switch right about there, which is really a pain in the ass. Then put the slide lock up there, see, so it holds, and make sure this barrel's coming out and sticking up in the air like a boner. Then you're good to go, and then you slide this in and out. You can see that you're lining up this hole, and this goes in this direction here. And if you don't do this noise, listen, if it doesn't make that noise, it's going to jam right in there when you do what I'm going to do next, because it's not in all the way. And look, all this stuff is wobbling, so it's not really going to shoot straight. Yeah, same thing with this. You can carry one in the chamber like this, but like I said, this one here, you don't have to load the magazine. You can just drop it right in like this, see, and go like that. And now put your 7 in there. Now you got 7 plus 1. But now I wanted to show you something else. See how I have this right here? Look, my finger actually has to go past it. I only got 2 fingers with this one. And this not because of the crimson trace either, because that's like very thin, like all plastic, you know. It gets its strength from the fact that it's like a channel. It goes up around the, like this, around the trigger, but the bottom part's all flat. And yeah, you can go, you get 2 fingers on there, and this has a slide release on the side. So you can go like that and end up dropping it like that, which this, like I said, is much more gentleman-like. The release, which I find very better. Much better, I mean. So you see that? I'm not such a fan of this. And also, this would be ambi for left or right, whereas this is like, I'd have to index it like this, because it's so small I can't really get my hand. I almost have to turn the gun this way to the side in case there's one of my people next to me. I'm pointing the gun at them, you know, they don't appreciate that. Whereas this thing, you're pulling it back towards like this, see, to release the magazine. That's why. This here, right here, it's loaded, you know, by the way. This here, I bought one. See how they have this thing on the end? Just like these. These numbnuts actually filed these off on these P64s, and now they look like this. Like this PF9 job. You'll see, you can't get these. These are really rare with those on there. But now watch their copy right here, the PF9. It freaking sticks my finger right there. See? Okay? Now you're not going to get any what's called hammer bite with this though, because look how high the axis is. Which another thing, if I show you that, these are both loaded, don't forget. If I show you the axis, see, this is high. See? And I don't know if you've seen the Chiappa Rhino commercial. Why is that? Why are you saying that wrong? Didn't you see the Chiappa Rhino commercial on Chiappa? Why do you say it wrong? I don't know. I'm asking you, tell me, why do you say it some other way than Chiappa, like on the commercial, the factory says? Yeah, you can see the axis is higher. Not only that, the barrel's wobbling. This is extremely inaccurate compared to this gun. And like I said, didn't I tell you they cost the same price? And look at the sights on them. You can see this has got a lot of air between it. This is like a real, like, hair sights, you know, very accurate. And this gun is better if they would just admit that this is a clone. I don't mean you and me, we keep saying. This is a clone of the Wather PPK. But they won't admit it, the company in Poland. See, it says right there, circle 11. Yeah, they won't admit it. If they would just admit it, this gun here is a centimeter longer, which is not that much. It's that much longer, see? Other than that, it's basically the same gun as the Wather PPK. It even shoots the 380. Go ahead and look and see if somebody's not shooting that 9mm times 18 Makinov. See, I'm even saying stuff wrong. So, you know, I'm trying to show you that's the way to say Chiappa, because they got a couple of those. They're nice. Nice 22s Chiappa. They have the same principle where the barrel is part of the frame, and it's the most extreme accurate gun you can get. Love that stuff, man. Do. Especially when it's this freaking cold out. So what's nice about this, look, I'm going to put these in. These are standard. It's not like you have to go out and buy one like you did with this. You had to go buy that. So this here, look, because of this gap up here, I don't know, does the PPK have that? I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but right here, see this? This like bevel? You can, that's where like your thumb, your finger goes into there, so you're getting further towards the axis of the barrel. And because the barrel's part of the frame, everything's real close here. That's why it's so extremely accurate. The Polish did an excellent job. So see my middle finger, see that? Fits right in there. By the way, this gun's loaded. I'm not sure if this one's loaded or not, but who cares? It's loaded as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, see, look at that. Even though this is a smaller gun, it's actually fits my hand better. I am in love with this gun, my friend. When I get that new spring kit and I have like a 2-pound trigger, I am pretty extremely accurate. I picked this gun up, and if you're just getting your first gun, I recommend you get this gun right here. You're going to love it. You're going to love this gun. Stock, right out of the box. Don't come with a box or directions like this thing either. Not faulting people with directions, but you know, most men don't read directions anyway. And all I do is read the schematics. That's my thing. Yeah, so I couldn't pretty well tell you any better how much better this gun is than the PPK, considering that it's like, oh, you know, probably 25 to 30% cheaper. Well, it's actually not that cheap anymore. The price on these, that's another thing. Whereas the price on these, the guy's going like, no, that motorcycle isn't going up in value. Look on Craigslist, it really isn't. You can get as much as you paid for it. Then how would the dealer sell his new ones with all the new improvements? Stop it. Use your head, but they don't. They go on, and now they're stuck, and there's like 100 on my Craigslist because no one's going to buy them. Because that's what they're asking. Except the guy that's selling his for 50 cents on the dollar. It's motorcycle we're talking about. You know which one. But this gun here, actually, because it's on the C and R collector and relic list, curio, and relic list, this has already went up. I'd say 25% in the last year. So it's going to go up in price, being that they're all sold out now. You have to really deal. You're going to pay almost $300 for this, and they were gone for the same price as this. So yeah, they're going up. Whereas this here, you won't get what you paid for it. That's all there is to it. There you go. Because they just keep making more of them and more of them. Don't matter how many. They just go, well, I got a black. Well, yeah, you do, but they're making a green one now and a tan one. So, you know, why would they buy yours when it's already shot? See? They want, yeah, I've seen it right at the dealer. I'm there trading guns in, and he's there. You can see the guys all there going, oh, look at that, a nice Celtic. Oh, but it's used, see? It's like, that, yeah, but it's used. Any gun will say, yeah, but that one's used. Then they go like this, they go, oh, wow, that's like a PPK. It's a collector's item and all. It's got the decocker and all. It's beautiful. So, see, that wasn't loaded, but you treat all guns like they're loaded, especially when you're monkeying around like this. That one was, I knew it was. So there you go, now they're both empty. So now you can do some gunsmithing on them. So, there you go. You can see they're pretty well the same. So like I said, about, we're looking at, in the loaded mode, I believe I said 5 ounces more for this gun. Oh, and by the way, the holster that you want to get is the PPK holster. It fits this gun. Like I said, if you have some problem with the length there, another centimeter longer like that, then it might not fit your holster. But most holsters are open at the bottom now, you know. They'll go in like that. So there you go. That's the gun I prefer. And also, this guy, he makes grips for him, but damn, I looked at him, he wants way 80 freaking bucks. I'm not paying that for no grips. No way. So anybody knows where I can get grips for these for like 25 bucks. I put some wood ones on there. The cock. Well, anyway, I gotta go. I'm wasting too much of your time. Thanks for watching. Okay, I wanted to tell you too there that you can get a lot of hammer bite with this hammer. Some people get hammer bite. See, look at that. You can see how the hammer hits my hand there. See? So when that hammer comes back, it might hit your hand. See, to come back and load like this, and then look at that. That's not good, see? So watch yourself there, everybody.